starting to get a couple decent ones. And that's where that bad spot is still sitting in there. So now that side is fairly flat. So now it's going to take a lot of preparations to get the other side ready. Sometimes it's easier just to use the billet than at this stage yet, because basically that's what prehistoric knappers did. You see a lot of crystal pockets showing up, which are always fun. And you can see it's just starting to shape into at least something that might work. So here's another problem. See the cut there, so you cannot run a flake further than that point. So all I do is just kind of run it into that area and leave it for now, because there needs to be one come up through there, a ridge runner. And I need to isolate it more and prepare it better, because those are the ones then that take a lot of time. That's what you get when you have a lot of crystals involved. It starts breaking, but there's still plenty of room. Well, tells me I'm going to make a smaller, narrower one. Then to get to that other side, you can start, the more you use isolate these, the better it is for these kind, because they will thin this way, but it's just about have to use my tool to isolate them even more. So I got a heavy part here, and that needs to be taken out before I work on the center section. And we'll quit on this one now for now. Okay, so what I did now, I used my pressure flaker and moved back some of these little, so that when I hit these here, that it will run across this ridge to about in here with one flake, and I'll explain that a little more as it goes. But when you look down both sides, I tried to get it ready to take some percussion off of both sides. Okay, now we'll braid it, and first of all, since this is the sensitive area with all the crystals and all the bad stuff, I'm going to work on that. And this one here, I might try to run down through there a little ways, because there's still a problem there. So what I do is, coming back like this, I might work on the tip a little bit just to get some flaking in that will get my feel back on the rock. And here's a thing that a lot of people will not see or know is the harder you hit these real tall ridges, the flatter it'll flake it. Like that. And that one went all the way across to the other side. Anyhow, I'll get back to this bottom side here that I need to. And this one, I'm going to try to run up through there a little bit. And I want to re-flake it a little bit abrade it a little bit so that it will So it did take some of it out, but there's still part of a ridge in there. Okay, now let's try this thing here. I need to abrade it. And what I'm going to do is like take a flake here and maybe here, just to open some areas where I can run longer flakes. These flakes will only come in part way. Just like that. Then you start thinning them. You see how nice it is starting to thin down? Okay, I'm going to open some more in here where I can take one more here. Okay, right here we're going to take one right in through here. So what that does, it will release on either side of that cut a longer flake. See how it's flattening it out? Then here's the problem yet. So the best thing to do is just, I'll try to get rid of that problem, because this cut here is going to keep anything from going across it. Figured that would open it, but it's still the same as it was, so. I don't know if I can jump that line or not, but we're going to try it. It's supposed to come in, go across. That cleaned it up. So now I got this thing here yet, so I just try to come in, leave a little on the end, come in here. So that'll open that up. Especially when you start abrading that, it'll open it up where you can, and I want to do one right here in the middle. I got 3 of them left to flatten this blade out. I go to this one because I want to run that down through there with a bad hit. Prepare it, just go right back at that same spot. So that side is pretty well sent down. Take one up here yet. Okay, now I got here to work with yet. I gotta, and it's not as set up quite as nice as that side was, but they're not as steep either, so these should probably, if I have any kind of a napper, they might go fairly easy.